Okay,
We're
let's
live.
go.
We didn't even know.
Let me see. We are live now. Let me just introduce you guys really quick. Can you introduce yourself?
Beck McMillan,
And where are you from?
Mount Tamborine, Australia at the moment.
And how long do you feel like you've been awake?
I woke up 10 years ago.
Woke up 10 years ago. There's confirmation. Okay, and here we are with my brother Jake. Jake,
Kia ora whānau, how are we?
how are you?
I'm good, my bro.
Where are you from and how long have you been awake?
I'm from Aotearoa, New Zealand, top of the south, Ngāti Rārua. And my awakening, man, she's been on and off for a long time. But it was about 4 years ago in particular, with a good 10-month commitment so far to some things I'm sure we'll talk about soon.
Absolutely. And well, I want to say we're here in Mount Tamborine, Australia. And so, yeah, we'll get started a little bit. We won't do the whole interview because of battery, but I want to definitely talk to you guys.
Yeah, dude.
Let me see.
Can you ask me if they can hear with that music?
Can you guys hear okay? Happy Matariki to our Maori
Hey.
brother over the ditch. I don't even know what that means.
Ngā mihi, my brother. Happy matariki to you.
Okay, that's okay. He knows what it means. Cool. All right. Yeah, so once again, I'll be dipping in periodically to come check over here. I don't know if anybody can see me, but we're all.
Can they
Oh, yeah.
hear?
Let me ask you. Let me see. Ask the chat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if you could just turn it down. Can you guys hear okay? We got Shannon A and Amara Meta in here. Loud and clear. There we go. Thank
Loud
you.
and clear.
Oh, we love it. We love it. Okay. So we get to watch this man. As I've described many times, everything is an energy exchange, including tattoos. And so the first question I want to ask you is about your tribal tattoos and what they mean, because in the United States, as a lot of people know, there's over 1 billion Christians in the world, and they describe things as tattoos potentially dark. But as I say, the indigenous natives have been doing this for thousands of years. And so, can you tell us a little bit about the origins of your tattoos and what they mean to you?
For sure, my bro. So, being Māori, what I am doing on my face, revealing to the world, so to speak, is mataora. We have a lot of kōrero from artist to artist on what it means, but essentially for me, whānau was a part of my awakening, my identity, reclaiming my identity back, especially during COVID. But yeah, this is me, this is my job. I do moko, and I'm channeling currently a amethyst piece for Darling here.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And I just, me personally, just getting into crystals.
Yes.
Well, in the origins of these tattoos, how many years do they go back, as far as you know?
For Māori, or
For Maori tattoos, like is this something that goes back thousands of years, or is it?
absolutely would be, my bro. Absolutely. It's we don't have a written language either, so we are storytellers, my bro. Much the same as much Aboriginal, Indigenous. We share our story. So yeah, there are kōrero that vary. So I would, you'd have to talk to whoever you want to talk to about that one, my bro.
Yeah.
In terms of that, but for me, what I'd like to do now, my bro, is take what I've learned during my moko. Everyone that has moko understands what it means. You come to your kaita and we have a bit of a kōrero to figure out the ins and outs of your piece while you're revealing it, etc. And what I like to do furthermore to that is represent and explore the other side of me. Yes, I'm Māori, but I'm also unlimited to the universe. So for me, it's taking my art form to that next level, and channeling in pieces like this that resonate with the individual party. I'm not even really watching what I'm doing.
I love that. That's a channeling and it's an energy exchange.
Yeah.
And so, again, just talk a little bit about your awakening, because again, it's been a very strange time, and I'm sure a strange life. In your childhood, did you know you were different? Did you have dreams of like flying, or did you feel like you were special since you were a child?
Absolutely, very much. Being Māori as well, I think that's a given. having that indigenous bloodline for sure. But in saying that, I guess you could say wider side of my whānau, the most spiritual people I think I've met. So it's always been within me, my bro, but for me, I've had a few cataclysms in my life that have sent me down the actual commitment of such a thing. You know what I mean? In terms of car crashes, sicknesses, addictions.
Yeah, that's, I describe it this way: to heal our ancestral trauma, we had to be our ancestors. So we walked their paths. And talk a little bit about your near-death experiences, because I've had multiple near-death experiences, like a lot of us have, where we're not supposed to be here. Like something showed us that, okay, clearly we have a bigger purpose. Talk a little bit about that, and maybe how did your life change after those?
Oh man. So yeah, I guess we've all had lots of different spiritual awakenings, and mine has been, I don't know where I could start. Let's start. I lost my father very young, and that's the ultimate trauma, I guess you could say, in that sense. And over the last severity of giving up alcohol, I've been able to have a capacity to ask questions and heal. And that's just turbo sped the awakening, is being able to release the trauma I found. And then I'm seeing it in my body, like all my fat's disappearing. I'm not training, I'm not getting hungry, and like wanting to stare at the sun, in the morning. But no, I feel like you just can't go back once you properly open up that portal, if that makes sense. You just can't go back.
I 100% resonate with that. Once you wake up, you can't go back to sleep, and that cheating of the death makes you really appreciate life more, because a lot of us fell into addiction, multiple addictions, and people don't understand. When I see somebody that especially with spiritual jewelry on, I see pain. It's like dog tags for me. Like, this person has been through some shit, because nobody just wants to go through a spiritual awakening. Nobody just like wakes up one day saying, "Oh, let me just get hit with it." Yeah. So yeah, I mean, even battling addiction, how do you manage to battle addiction? Because I've told a lot of people, plant medicines have helped me. With my particular injury, I had Percocets. In the United States, big pharma is very, very heavy on trying to keep people medicated. How do you overcome your addictions, or how did you, and how do you manage it?
Oh, right.
Because I want to say it in this way. I know a lot of people here, and a lot of people that get tattooed. I'm sure you take on all kinds of energy, and you could get bikers, you could get gangsters, you can get people that just are in some shit. So that's some energy you have to transmute. So how did you get into addiction, and how did you get out of addiction? Let me put it that way.
Oh, that's a very good way. How did you get in and get out? For me, my brother, the root cause of any issue, my whole whānau family bloodline is alcohol. So when I finally had the mana, the balls, or the intent to give up the drink, bro, that was enough. And now every time I think of alcohol, it's like literally poison or something. It gives me just like, ugh. And I'm going from, bro, like, we're doing this type of mahi, it goes hand in hand. We're having whiskey every day in the industry, to do shows, you stay up and you do God knows what. But the awakening, man, yeah, you're scared to lose how far you've come from, But for me to cope with it, breathwork. Breathwork. I can't stress it enough. Breathwork and sunlight in the morning, yeah. And that's coming from someone who was very using the alcohol to numb pain, man. So yeah, that's what I do. Oh, alkaline water, fasting, bro.
You got it, man.
Fasting.
It's a funny thing to say that the same thing that probably led you to addiction, which is tattooing people, is the same thing and the same cure is that gets you off of addiction. Because now, when you wake up, it's an energy exchange.
That's right, bro. I couldn't put it any better myself. And I'm finding I'm getting a lot more fun out of my art now too, being, I guess, quote unquote sober. Mm-hmm. There are some things that I do take plant medicine. I do not class as drugs whatsoever, so I won't even go into that.
We can talk about. I mean, if you know, I talk
You
about.
started.
Well, I'll start it. You know, I talk
Go.
I talk about psilocybin often because magic mushrooms. I didn't have to look for them. I tried it one time in Amsterdam in 2009, where I did it with two buddies, where we were scared to be on a screen where it's like a blank blue screen. We were flipping through channels and we literally watched the blank blue screen for 5 hours and cried laughing about nothing. And then I never got to try them again until my awakening,
Yes.
where they just found me, and the next thing you know, I'm like, holy shit,
Holy shit.
there's a whole nother world out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so mushrooms, I'm a big proponent of them, and they can be help guide you because it's like alien.
Very much is, isn't it? Terence McKenna, the stone chimpanzee. Yeah.
Hey, you already know.
Hey, my bro, yeah.
So here's another one for you. I talk a lot about star seeds and people, high vibrational empaths that basically incarnated here to help change the world. And how I describe it is black sheep of their family, people that always saw different, probably bullied, definitely had addiction, cheated death, animals drawn to us, babies drawn to us, had this sense of them wanting to change the world. Do you resonate with the term starseed or light worker? Do you feel like you could be born in this vessel, but your conscience is from somewhere else?
It goes without saying, man. I think that's so many people. I 100% can vouch. I know that. It's a knowing. You just know.
Yes.
It's like, yeah, because once you have as many synchronicities as we bloody have today, then you know something's up.
100%.
Yeah, bro.
It's tapped into the divine, man. That's what it is.
The divine Koru, by the way.
Tell me, what is Koru? Yeah. So, by the way, his TikTok and his Instagram is the Divine Koru. We need to get this brother to 1,000 followers because, like I said, what we're trying to do here is have people more using their voice. As you start to elevate and you start to tap into higher frequencies, this is energy. Everything is energy. So if you end up on a major ley line here on a mountain in Mount Tamborine, Australia, this is the place you need to come to. How cool would it be if you knew you could travel anywhere in the world and you have your people? You ain't got to worry about, man, what am I going to do? I'm going to go ride the banana boat on the lake. No, come tap in with your people. Come get some ink. This is going to be a level up in consciousness because we've done this already. We met before we came to Earth, so I'm just putting that out there. The Divine Koru, Koru.
Yeah,
So tell me about what does that mean?
So I have put a interpretation myself to it, taken off the divine ratio. Most of you probably are aware, or the golden ratio, as you're aware, I'm assuming, which is just a mathematical equation, which essentially is a koru, which essentially is moko. So that's essentially, we live in geometry, don't we? My bro?
Sacred geometry. Yes. Everything's numbers. Everything's
That's
numbers
right.
and patterns.
That's right. So it's a bit of a wordplay on those two, the divine koru. Yeah.
I love it. I need to look up the gematria on that. Have you studied looked in gematria yet?
Oh, bro, since you told me about it, I deal with most things these days. Yeah.
Everything's a pattern. I found out the other day that the entire city of London, it was built on gematria. Jay-Z and Rick Rubin, right? Jay-Z, everybody knows who Jay-Z is.
Yeah.
He has a song or an album called 444 number one,
Yes,
which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
But he also wrote an album using astrology, numerology, and gematria. So it's been used by the elite. So I say all that to say, we now know everything is numbers.
That's right.
And by the way, I want to shout this brother out. Tomorrow is his birthday, or his solar return, as we call it.
Yeah.
You'll be 31?
31, apparently.
How you going to celebrate?
Way older than that, yeah.
How you celebrating?
Working, brother. Sharing some energy again. Yeah. We've just opened up the studio up here on the mountain, so Uncle's working every day, if I know. So if you want to come say hi, I'll be here.
Yes, up here in Mount Tamborine.
Yeah.
I'll definitely put the location as soon as we get done here and when we post this live. But yeah, man, it's just a beautiful thing to know when you wake up to know that there's others like us. Did you feel different your whole life? Like, did you feel misunderstood?
Absolutely, bro. Yeah. A lot of my whānau as well, they were different too, and I was like, why is my family different to my friends' families, you know what I mean? Or my nana in particular, man, she's the most beautiful artist you'll ever see, and that's where I obviously get it from.
Yeah.
But that's not even on the Maori side of things. So that's where I feel like I'm here to do feeling of more than just moko. As sacred as moko and how much passion I do have for it, I feel like my purpose is to take what I've learned from moko and do it for everyone in their own little portal way. Yeah. Yeah.
That's beautiful, man.
Because moko is reserved for Maori, so this is why I can share my talent, I guess, with every motherfucker.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
But, I want to. Is it still going? Everything's good. Okay, cool. And if there's any questions, I don't know. If you want to introduce your partner, his partner's name is Sarah.
Sarah behind the camera, whānau.
She's behind the camera, mates. I don't know if New Zealanders say mate, but I'm learning.
Cousins.
Bro.
Bro.
My bro. Yeah, so this is kind of going to be kind of a strange one. But again, when in the United States, everybody, it's a judging thing when it comes to tattoos.
Yeah.
And again, I want to take it back to Indigenous. And so I broke my arm 5 years ago at Oktoberfest, and I had 2 halos or external fixators, which they looked gruesome. I mean, you could see the open wounds. Everywhere I went, people would stare at me in public, and it was really annoying whenever it was people would be, number one, it was almost like a fear. But now that I look at it, I think it was a preparation for what's to come. Do you feel like people have judged you based on your tattoos, that you're either a vagabond, a thug, or because I don't know this part of the world. Like I've seen multiple people that have these. For me, it's beautiful. To me, it shows, oh, this motherfucker's like I said, a warrior. Do you find that these things kind of prepared us for people now staring at us for our energy? That's really what I think about it. Is it prepared us?
That's a good one, bro. I hadn't actually thought of it like that. That's probably what I'm experiencing, actually, because to be honest with you, bro, I didn't have many, if any, interactions when I used to live down the mountain. Mm-hmm. That's down Southport-ish. And then oppositely, when I come up to such what I thought would be more of a welcoming environment, it wasn't so much. So it's been a bit of a learning on that duality complex of that. Yeah, bro. So, yeah. It's much of a muchness, man. I've had some of the most intimate interactions with Aboriginal that come up and are like, oh my brother, that is just awesome.
Yeah.
And then some not so very nice people. You know what I mean?
I come from a racist part of Texas where you get stared at. I mean, if you're in the wrong neighborhood, it's just one of those things. So
yeah.
I think all of these things were preparing us because people.
Really?
Are you guys still on there? Yeah. Is it still on? I needed all this today. Oh, man. Are you guys still on here? Oh, Danielle Murray, I know you. That's right, you're on my team. She has the same tribal tattoos. That's what's up.
Oh, yo.
Tell me, are we still on here? Give me some feedback, otherwise I'm gonna have to end this and post it. It froze for a minute. Okay, we're back. Okay, we are back better than ever. Oh, Beck, how's the tattoo feeling?
Yeah, good.
Are you resonating with a lot of what this man's saying? Because
Absolutely.
If you want to share a little bit about your journey and your awakening, because again, it's been a strange life, I think, to say the least.
Probably not at this angle, babe.
Okay, let's do it at this angle. Look, we're freestyling the camera. Okay, never mind. Let's just keep it going with what's having technical issues. Okay, let's get back here. We're back in the barber's chair. Okay. Oh. Okay, we are back better than ever. Okay, you want to just voice?
I'm okay for now, babe.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm just gonna hang here and get my tattoo.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, like I said, it's just a beautiful time to be here. So, talk a little bit about your spiritual gifts. Do you communicate with telepathy? Do you feel like, have you done telekinesis? Can you move objects? Like, what are some of the things that since you woke up, you're like, holy shit, this is cool?
Every morning something's happening. Every morning something's happening. And sometimes I don't know what it is, but it feels mean. It feels good, and I trust it. So yeah, I'm getting downloads, bro, constantly I'm seeing them in the sunlight. I'm seeing energy. I don't know, I'm seeing people that are there, or I don't know what's going on. A lot of things are happening, man, but it's all
A
good.
lot of activity.
A lot of activity.
But at one point, did you honestly think you were going crazy? Because I know in the beginning of my awakening, I was manifesting things in real time, and I was like, turn this shit off. I would drink a bottle of red wine every night and watch Game of Thrones. I was like, oh, no, I don't want to be tapped in, please. Did you ever have that feeling where you're like, man, make it stop? Was it too intense?
Yeah.
It was more so. I think I was using. I knew I knew I had the capacity and the potential because of my whānau. So I think it was just more of a ignorance is bliss. I knew it was there, you know. I've had stuff happen to me my whole life, so it was much easier to just get drunk, bro, and not deal with any of it. Yeah, and now not touching the alcohol bottle in nearly close to a year. Dude, yeah, some crazy. Just how could I sum it up? Birds, bro, in the morning. So in my meditation chair, there's a kookaburra that waits for me now, and we have a bit of a yarn. Oh, dude, yeah, it's pretty crazy. The humming, I'm very much hearing the hum of the ether. I'm seeing the blue light in the morning at the mental plane. I'm very much understanding frequency 3, 6, and 9. Yeah, fuck, bro. Yeah, crazy. Yeah.
I love it. You mentioned kookaburra. Man,
Yeah.
let me just say this. They have the birds here in Australia are off the chain, number one. They're like, and then, yeah, okay, back in the United States, we have deer crossing the road signs. Like, they're like warning signs. They got koalas here, and then some other, a wallaby. Like, y'all got, that's on a whole nother tip. But yeah, but all these signs with do the birds chirp really loud? Have you noticed that lately? Like they're like singing to you almost.
Yeah, man. Particular times of the day too. The kookaburras will, like, if I'm thinking silly, they'll laugh at me.
Yeah.
You know, things like that. Yeah.
I absolutely love it.
If I'm actually, you know, putting my feet into Papatūānuku, the Earth Mother, then I will feel like a branch will be coming, and sure enough it'll hit me in the head. And, you know, like, just knowing that frequency thing is actually legit.
Yeah, I love it.
Free energy, yeah.
But it's like that. It's that knowing of that everything's okay, and it's like the divine. Yeah, that's pretty cool. We can watch it over here. Yeah. So.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Oh, there's a little delay. I'll do it again. Sorry, guys. I'm just starting to use YouTube, but. This brother here and his partner are very, very special individuals, and so is McMillan. I'm going to say that on a personal note, Australia is a very high vibrational, energetic vortex of just people that just get it. And I can't stress enough, like, you know, when you see a place, and I've been seeing Australia everywhere I was supposed to come here, I told this story before, I was supposed to come here 20 years ago and never made it, but it was the right time. And, you know, even with Tame Impala is my favorite band, and they're from Perth, and it was like, I know one day I'm gonna be here. And so to be here right now, it's such a deja vu, special experience. And I really want people to, I can't emphasize enough how amazing it is out here. It's like the opposite of the Matrix.
Yeah. I remember watching you a few weeks ago when you were off to Egypt. I was having my coffee, and I was just like, I might have said this to her, I was like, I reckon I'm going to meet the bro really soon, eh? And then you were like, yeah, I'm on my way to Aussie, and then you were at Burley, and I was like, no, no way. Yeah.
It's amazing, man. It's all been manifested, and it's like when I meet versions of us, because we're all a part of the same collective conscience, the same soul, fragments of a big puzzle. And it's like being home. Like whenever, again, when you send me that video, I'm like, man, I know this brother right here, man. I know this brother. Yeah. You know, so yeah, it's all been manifested, and it's just great timing. So telepathy though, when you go out, or even through electronics, do you feel like you're being communicated with? Do you notice? Are you starting to see the big time synchronicities with it?
In particular, in the like 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, and then I just have to get up. Now I just can't go back to sleep.
I was about to, so that happens to me a whole lot where I wake up every night at 2, 3, or 4 a.m. wide awake. And it's like my creative mind is going, and it's like I'm processing things, and then it's hard to get back to sleep. But then once I do, I wake up and feel like I got the shit kicked out of me. Like it's like you're so drained and exhausted, like you fought a war or a battle somewhere. Does that resonate?
Very much.
And
very much.
Do you have lucid dreams and remember them?
Yes, I actively try my best too.
Yeah.
So, which I would probably need some guidance on. So if anyone knows how to astral travel better and lucid dream better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it is out of the realm, isn't it?
Well,
if you haven't been.
If you haven't been, you know, I talk a lot about when I was a child, again, having dreams of flying, and then also what the hell is it called? Sleep paralysis, where you feel like you're in this war and you're being pressed down and you can't break out of it.
Yep.
And that's really the gateway to astral traveling.
Yes.
And then so when you get older, like I don't have necessarily bad dreams anymore or anything like that, and I'll see beings and stuff like that or people from my old life, but that's where the magic happens. So we really need somebody in the collective to help us interpret these dreams because they're off the chain right now.
Right, yeah, very much off the chain.
There's a guy named Greg Doyle that teaches you how to astral travel. He's in Brisbane. He's been doing it since a young boy. We actually feature in a book together, but if you want to learn how to astral travel, he can teach you how to do it very easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask the live chat, how many of y'all would love to learn how to consciously astral travel? Because there's some people that can do it during the day.
Yeah.
You don't have to be in the dream state.
Right.
A lot of us, if you're driving, sometimes you can drift off at an intersection and for 30 seconds and be in a completely different dimension. And I always describe it as this. We literally never sleep. Your body goes into hibernate mode when you lay down at night, and your soul is always working somewhere in another timeline, dimension, or plane. So that's really what you know, the whole sleep thing is about.
Literally, yeah.
This is looking great.
It looks amazing. This brother here is, man, I see why he got these awards over here.
It's been a while. We haven't done a show in a long time.
Have you done a crystal before? Is this your first crystal? Like this?
Like this, yes, my first one. Like this.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Let me ask the chat. Is it still going, right?
Mhm.
We're good. What kind of tattoo do you think I should get, guys? I'm either gonna get my name in gematria, which is 1011,
Yeah.
or should I get 144 tattooed?
1011.
Because I don't want to be sacrilegious when it comes to the 144. It means it was shown to me that I'm a messenger from Source that's here to help unite the 144, the 12 tribes of 144,000 of Israel. But also, it is a frequency that you can reach when you reach enlightenment. It's not some exclusive club when nobody thinks we're better, but it's a multitude of things for me. So let me ask you guys, I'm gonna go read this really quick. Okay.
Oh, that tickles there.
It's better than
Is that
numbing.
1011,
Baby
okay.
skin. Oh no, we're out of the numbing cream. In a few areas. Maybe it's just as you go up the arm, it's more tender. Baby skin.
Soft skin.
Soft skin.
Okay. 1011. Shout out Darlene on the West Coast. Shout out everybody here. This is amazing, guys.
I reckon 1011.
Yeah, that was the only one that's been, you know, I probably should get 1011 just because, like I tell people, this is all patterns and system. And I'll just, I know I've said this many times, but my name, Jonah Rogers, is 1011 in Gematria. I was born on a leap year in 1980, which leap year, obviously, you know, every 4 years there's an extra day in February. So that particular year I was born on the 111th day of the year, 111. And then even, we all have original source codes. You know, my number is 610, so, which equals 7. All these things resonate, and I feel like 1011 is the way because even this hat, binary code. 1011 on the show 1899 is a code to exit the simulation. And that's essentially what we've done. We've identified ourselves as awakened conscious beings that are here to help raise the frequency and vibration, help change the world by becoming our highest self. And it's nobody thinks we're better than anybody, but this was a part of the program and the script that we wrote. Do you feel like we live in a simulation?
Oh man, yeah, I think we got that today.
Yeah.
And not only we live in a simulation, we have clearly signed up from it, you know, from our higher selves. That's what I've come to know, that I've definitely chosen this, you know, the hard way to go about things. Being life path numerology and all that comes into it too, right?
What's your life path number?
5.
Me too.
Oh, look, we got 2 5.
We're 5.
See?
3.
You're 3 5? Oh, but 5 5 5. You're seeing the number 5 5 5. We broke something in a simulation today just by being here in this time period, and this is what I love.
We're all of us are at Mount Tamborine, 5s.
Oh my god.
3 5s in the same place, and I'm a 6. So, one away. I'm sorry, guys.
It's alright.
15, 1 plus 5, 6.
Yeah, oh, there you go.
There you go. Hey,
look
there.
Man, see how good starseeds are at
Your
math?
name.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, all of these things, the numerology connects us all. The frequency and vibration, we just recognize our family. It's crazy to say. Like,
When did you come to Mount Tamborine?
Me? 3 months ago, 4 months ago.
Great.
Yeah.
How are you liking it so far?
Oh, brother, it's just like when you go to New Zealand.
Same energy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a porthole when you're coming up the mountain, you feel yourself entering it.
Yeah.
What brought you here?
Spirit, guy, higher self.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And getting some clarity from our beautiful medium Hayley. Kia ora.
And where were you before?
Living
Yeah.
Southport.
I was Shelburne Island.
Oh yeah, it's just down the road.
Yeah.
Is that near Surfer's Paradise?
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
sorry.
10 minutes from each other. So
Yeah.
my goddess was to get away.
Totally right.
Yeah, same you?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was specifically up here for us.
I'm 8 months deep here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you talked earlier, and she's Bex mentioned before about Bronx. Bronx energy at Surfer's Paradise. What was the energy like down there, and what, you know?
Sore, sad, hurt,
Busy.
busy. Yeah. Painful. So much pain now.
Just very
Broken.
ungrounded,
Yep. Lost.
dense.
Meandering. Hungry. Funny.
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 It's a zoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier your car got stolen.
Yeah,
Right.
caravan, yeah.
So my car. So it's the funniest thing in the world that starseeds. All of us have had car issues the last 4 years.
Oh.
My car got stolen. I bought a car off of Craigslist. I don't know if y'all have Craigslist here, but I bought a car off Craigslist that the engine blew up in 3 weeks. Like, I have had terrible luck with cars. I think that's a sign we're supposed to be walking everywhere.
bro, straight up. Yeah.
Bet two.
Yeah.
5 in a row.
5
Yeah.
wins. Oh my god.
Yeah, I got this the third time I lost my license in the last year, like, all 2 years, same, so I'm not driving. Oh, I shouldn't tell you. I was kidding.
Yeah, he's kidding. He's kidding.
No, I'm walking, everyone. I'm getting fit, that's why I look so great. But yes, no, I agree, my bro. We're not supposed to be driving. I think that was a bit of a crash too. I had my crash. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Man. Yeah, this whole crazy game of life we played, man. You know, it's all these patterns and synchronicities. How was your childhood growing up? Like, describe a little bit of that.
Well, broken very in terms of the whānau aspect, because my father passed away when I was very young, and mother was left to deal with me, and she was also very young, and the alcohol was a lot easier, and I understand that. And what's happened for me, bro, to reach this level of letting go of the pain is just forgiving mum and forgiving everyone for everything. Literally, it was not their fault. They were doing the best they could, and it was all good. And yeah,
Understanding of circumstances.
yeah, absolutely. Like, if I put myself back in her, if I tried to do what she did, I don't think I could have.
That's
You know
very
what I mean?
honourable of you.
Yeah, so that's a big one, because yeah, childhood wasn't the best, my bro. Yeah.
I love and appreciate you for saying that because me and my mom had a very tumultuous childhood. Like we were brother and sister and we butted heads all the time and she did the best she could. She couldn't quite break the ancestral lines, which is why we came here.
Yeah,
And
correct.
it's a crazy thing to say that I love my family now more than I ever did because I appreciate what it's just because I'm sure you went through pain too. I know you never forget the whoopings and pain and
Well,
like, man, does this person love me or not?
That's it. That's it, bro. Yeah. And they were just wondering if they loved themselves.
That part, and I say this a lot too. We didn't even know this at the time, but we probably kept our parents alive. They probably, whether they took drugs or wanted to tap out on this matrix, we probably kept them alive and gave them a reason to wake up. And it's just much more of an appreciation for the pain and the lessons that we went through.
Absolutely. I don't think I could have summed that up any better myself, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's. You know.
This is a time where I need a glass of red wine.
Yeah. It's you know it's. I saw this timeline where, because my family's back in Texas and I haven't talked to them in 2 years, and that we're going to celebrate and enjoy because this was a part of a program and it was a game that we went through, the game of life, and that you know you come in with soul contracts with everybody you've ever met, right? Those people aren't NPCs. The people you've either dated, your best friends in childhood, like everybody you've met, you came in with saying, okay, we're going to give each other this lesson. So I saw a timeline where we get to go see the people that have passed through our lives. Are there people, or do you have family that you don't talk to anymore since your awakening?
Oh, yes, bro. Absolutely. Probably not since my awakening, but just that in general.
Mm-hmm.
Which is probably being, I guess, the awakening is making it easier to even consider talking to them now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that I think I'm going to have to address like sooner than later, because I think I got the capacity to do it now. Because if I don't, then no one's going to do it.
I love the fact that you said that because at one point I thought I would never talk to my friends and family again. Like it was just like, it was so much pain, so much information, and why don't they understand? But then you get to a point where you're confident enough, because it was like, even before, I compare it to like, we couldn't go in large crowds in public because I could feel all that energy. I would just be a recluse at home. So I feel the same way about facing our family and talking to them again, saying, look, we did it.
Yeah.
We literally broke the shit out of the matrix and
Yeah.
broke the ancestral lines.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone can have a big pat on the back.
By the way, this tattoo is looking extra fire, y'all, here in Mount Tamborine. This brother here's got a skill set. I ain't never thought about getting a crystal tattoo, but I'm gonna have to come back and see him again. This is looking fire. Shira.
It's a bit sore.
We are a bit sore.
It's a good pain.
No. Is that too blunt?
No, but it's, I appreciate it. I look at things like pain and just like almost like ascension symptoms when I know it's like you're gonna level up. So even energetically, so I love it, man. So what do you have like a bigger picture? Do you have a way that you feel like, or a mission here? Beyond what do you think your mission is? Does it have to do with children? Does it have to do with Mother Earth? What do you feel like your mission here is here on Earth?
For people like myself, men like me, who come from similar things like myself, that I think I can help them. I think that's it. Probably not limited to men, but yeah, because what I do for a living, being moko and tattooing, what I'm starting to hear is the same kōrero, the same conversation, from a lot of different beings. So what's that saying, you know what I mean? Like it's our same trauma we keep talking about, you and I, bro, like everyone, you know? So if I can be a middleman now.
It's, you know, what I say, how to graduate Earth is you heal your ancestral lines, you own up to the things that you've done wrong, and then when you get to the other side, you become a teacher.
Yes, yeah.
And it's not necessarily you have to go out and preach the gospel, but just becoming your highest self and living your life accordingly is a way to graduate here.
I think so, yeah.
I know in my heart, I feel like you are meant to use your voice and hold space for people going through it.
Absolutely. I believe so too, man. Yeah, thank you.
You want to show the camera? Look at this, guys.
Have a little clean, please.
Looky.
Gentle with me. It's very gentle.
That looks amazing.
We'll just do,
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
Wow.
That's fire, guys.
Stop it.
That is fire.
did you,
Oh no, you didn't.
It was all you, Beck. You guided his hand with that.
Co-creation.
Co-creation.
now did you want to do the sun rays and, because remember less is more, that's why I didn't do them right now.
No, I think we'll leave it for now. I think you made a great call.
But do you want to do the little touches of white that will give it a pop?
The white, please, yes. And then maybe I can come back for some purple one day.
Yeah, oh for sure, and then we can add to it.
Yeah. Oh my God, you are the best. You just nailed it.
It's amazing. Like, oh.
I'll just pour some white. Have a stretch while I pour white.
Okay, we'll stop this one. And again, I want to. What can you tell people the address here? Do you know the address yet? Okay, hold on. You gotta come over here. Hold on. So this game is all about divine unions, and he's here with his partner. Again, it's his business partner and his love interest.
How lucky am I?
And so it's the divine Koru.
Divine Koru, Google Maps, and you'll find it.
Literally, Google's your best mate because apparently when I send it to you, I send you somewhere else. My client yesterday, sorry brother.
Awesome.
The American Diner, just down there, opposite
Opposite
this
the
one.
diner.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Beautiful red over there.
Opposite the diner, right over here.
Shout out Matt.
Like I said, shout them out, guys. Come check them out.
When you look at it, I
Okay.
can't see how that's nice and twist.
And let me see, how do we twist?
It's beautiful.
Thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back to get my tattoo right after this. I'm trying to decide if we should do it. Should we do it on YouTube? Should we do it on YouTube? Maybe he can ask me some questions.
No, do it on TikTok.
Or should we do it on TikTok? Let's go over to the TikTok streets because we need. And by the way, in the comments, I'm going to put his TikTok. We need to get this brother to 1,000 followers so he can go live every day. Thank you, and we will see you soon. We will be here on TikTok soon.